Hey guys, what's up? It's Dusty here, back with another crypto video. And today we're going to give away $50. All that you have to do to enter this giveaway is press the like button on this video right now, comment something down below right now, and make sure you press the subscribe button right now. If we hit 250 likes within 24 hours, we're giving this away tomorrow. So first off, XRP Price might touch 14 cents before breaking the downtrend. Why Ripple is powerless. And these articles I've seen pop up a ton of times within the last couple of weeks. Ever since Bitcoin broke below 10K, these articles have surfaced. Why is that? I personally think it's all because there was a lot of debate about the XRP price. Will it go below 25 cents? Will it touch 20 cents? Will it go even below that towards 16 or even 14 cents? And what is going to make that happen? When can it turn around? What's going to happen to BTC dominance? A lot of these questions are really popular right now, and added to all of that, people are more so leaning towards the downside for XRP instead of the upside, so more so looking towards, is it going to break below 25 instead of, is it going to break above 26.5 or things like that. More so, I think, because of the dumping situation that was going on. At least the situation has always remained the same. It's more so the energy and the thoughts, the kind of the spirit that these investors are having towards the Ripple and XRP. I think that has changed, combined with a quite stable price over a longer period of time, which a lot of people are not really into. On a monthly basis, it's actually going down, but I think over for quarterly basis, and really, if you look at it, it's quite stable with a little minor shift towards the downside, which I don't think a lot of people like, which also does not stir up a lot of enthusiasm. And added to all of that, people are constantly complaining and talking about BTC dominance or how altcoins won't be in season until late fall. And these types of articles have surfaced again tons of times, and they're all quite good in the sense of what they offer and why they tell all these things, because it's pretty logical to see for yourself as well. Now, how we always view a alt season or altcoin run is that BTC runs up first. Let's say BTC goes to 15,000 here, while these altcoins get some minor gains, let's say 4% on the daily, and BTC goes with 20% on the day example. BTC dominance goes up towards, let's say, 80, 82, 83%. And then these altcoins, which have been in the market, because BTC is going to take up a lot of money, a lot of market cap is going to flow into BTC, a lot of money is going to flow in. People are going to be in BTC and like, hey, this coin has gained so much, let's diversify. Or hey, cryptocurrency is doing so good, let's buy some extra cryptocurrencies. So some money is going to flow out of BTC into altcoins, and some other money that these Bitcoin investors already have is going to also be flowing into altcoins. Some people will be like, oh, Bitcoin, that's too expensive. Hey, let me go into this coin right here, and maybe this coin right here, and things like that are all going to be moving. And that's when, again, the dominance is going to be going down lower again, because even though some people might not switch from BTC to other altcoins, this market is going to stay relatively the same, and a lot of money is going to flow into the rest of these coins, which makes it so the total amount of market cap is going to be higher. But since Bitcoin stays the same, relatively, it's a lower percentage of the total. So again, that's why the dominance will be changing again, and that's mostly the theory that some people have. But now they're saying that there's so many things that are going to be happening for Bitcoin. At least that's how I view it all. There's so many things that are going to be happening for Bitcoin which could make them gain over a longer period of time, though. But on the contrary, there's also some reasons why why Bitcoin is not doing that well. For example, a lot of these articles are based around Bitcoin price. Will another drop below 10K open the door to 8.5K? There's even bets going around for Bitcoin to go to 8K. And all in all, with these articles, what it's looking like is that people are expecting the price of Bitcoin to either not boom yet or stay relatively the same or a little bit lower than what it is right now. And in turn, that makes it so the alt season is also a little bit further away, like they're saying right here. The alt season won't be until late fall. Now, late fall is actually something that I'm not too familiar with here. I've actually not checked out late fall that deeply, but also on the contrary, I mean, if it's late fall, I can wait. I don't mind waiting till late fall. It's not that far away. But yeah, it's pretty cool. XRP holders are tired of the situation is again another reason why people are not too happy with the price right now. And they literally express this concern. Due to the long-lasting downtrend, traders are confused and have no idea what to do. Keep holding XRP or quitting the game. Again, that's kind of our stance as well. You either keep holding or and maybe even buy more at lower prices if you're having a layering strategy in place, or you just quit. There's not really another option, because if you sell now, there's a pretty good chance you're at a loss. if you buy a ton now, you're going to most likely have to wait a little while for it to become profitable, since there's a chance we might go down a little bit lower. If you just keep holding, yeah, that's an option because it might pay you off greatly. But on the contrary, you really don't know what the best option is, because if the price goes down further, you would have wanted to sell. But if the price goes up right now, you would have probably not wanted to have sold. So again, it's a difficult situation, and I think that these people are so confused because they still have so much faith in XRP. But on the contrary, you know, they see their money go down every day. So I understand that. Here's another trenchant reply. Watch the extended interview with Ripple co-founder Chris Larson on why Interledger and XRP are critical components to building the Internet of Value. Sarah replied, "Who cares? This guy's controlling the price so that he can dump every day. Biggest scam of all, Robinhood stole from the rich. This guy robbed the poor investors. Just blah blah and no action. XRP the scam." And his name is XRP Bagholder. I don't really know what the idea there is, but alright, let's move on. The Trader's Mark says, "When is this brilliant plan of yours happening? And people have asked numerous times if they will get 1-to-1 and no replies from you. Great Stark." And then this is probably a reply to Crypto Bidler. Yeah, there we go. For the XRP fork. Bintron says here, "A fork means that you get an exact copy of the XRP to a new XR1. And Ripple can now dump their 55 plus billion XR1 to make the price go to 0 and stay 0. A clone means everyone starts from 0 again. Thus, the traders expect XRP to nosedive and reach new lower lows 2019. And you guys probably get where this is all going. But yeah, Jeff Kahn, or Jeffy Kahn, I don't know how you pronounce the name, the guy on Crypto Daily who always puts up very interesting titles, to say the least. Always the most ludicrous, crazy titles that you could possibly think of, he puts them in. And the craziest price moves, he tries to talk about them. Bitcoin BTC unlikely to stall the major downtrend any longer. Yeah, that's not too good either. But if you look at the chart here, Bitcoin and USD on a 50-minute scale, wow, that's a pretty big move right there. That's a pretty big move right there. But if you look at it from this perspective here, it actually does not say much. Well, again, there's a whole article, but in the end, he doesn't know anything. And I've noticed that these guys that make these very bold claims, most of the time they just want to do it for the attention. Yeah, pretty much. That's just the whole truth right there. So is it worth it to look into these articles and really read them through? It just depends on how your stance is towards the whole crypto market. If you want to check analysis out, you're like, oh, you really have to know what's going to go on and what people are thinking, yes, check it out. But if you're into another coin that's not even BTC, I would probably recommend against this, as it mostly will mess up your brain, and the chance of them being right is quite small still. So, you know, if you want to find the odds for that, which they said before, again, there's a 50-50 chance of price breaking above or below the triangle, yada yada yada. If you want to find the odds for that, you might want to take a look at the longs versus shorts ratio for BTC to USD, which is currently 65-35 in favor of the bulls. This is actually something that we've been doing more and more often in the Discord and Facebook as well. Make sure you go ahead and check out the Facebook group. A link for that is in the description below. And make sure you go ahead and check out the Discord. A link for that is in the description below as well. Because those are two groups where you can talk with traders. You can talk with, you know, almost anybody in there. Because in Discord, there's just like different rooms where you can talk and see stuff. And in Facebook, I'm gonna try create a little bit of a community where we can talk back and forward about trading, about some other cool stuff. But I'm still kind of looking at what to put in there. I'm actually creating a little bit of crypto content for a lot of you guys, or maybe trading content who are, you know, newbies and who really have to learn the basics. To just, you know, give them a little starter pack, just completely for free, no charge. But yeah, I'm trying to see what I'm gonna do with that. And also, I should not forget, is to make sure you guys buy yourself a hardware wallet. Later in this video, I'll give a little bit of an explanation about why this is so important. But really, I think intuitively speaking, or intuitively for yourself, it's quite logical why you would need one of these. And if you have no idea, think about it for a second. I'll come back to it. It's just because you got to keep your funds safe. And you can act so easily, and it's not worth it, the risk. But yeah, Bitcoin has started to decline, yada yada. We'll see what happens, right? We'll see. Bitcoin unlikely to stall the major downtrend any longer, is what he says. Norwegian Bitcoin millionaire proves why you shouldn't brag about your crypto riches. And again, this is where this hardware wallet comes into place and why I said it so specifically right now. You should probably think twice before revealing your Bitcoin holdings to anyone. That's the point of anonymity. A Bitcoin multimillionaire from Norway jumped off his balcony to escape from a home invader who threatened him with a shotgun, a local media outlet reports. The 40-year-old man, whose name hasn't been disclosed, is a successful cryptocurrency businessman who has around $11 million worth of Bitcoin. Despite being very public about his crypto riches, he didn't hire any private security. On top of that, he was clueless enough to open the door to a complete stranger who pointed at him with a shotgun. The robber was reportedly yelling, "Lie down or I'll shoot." The victim didn't waste any time and decided to jump off the second floor of his apartment, thus ending up on the street. While it's not clear whether he remained safe and sound, his Bitcoin stack most definitely did. The intruder's lawyer states that his client refused to plead guilty, but he won't provide any further details until a court hearing takes place on October 17th. I don't know how you can really kind of refuse to plead guilty right there. I mean, alright, interesting. And as reported by you today, a crypto trader was hurt in Norway 2018. I don't want to say that in the video. I just don't know what they look for. I already said kind of like this type of stuff right here, but yeah, I kind of gotta be careful what I put in videos maybe. Even though my audience is like 100% above 18, so I can do it, but whatever. Back in July, the wife of the Norwegian billionaire Tom Hagen was actually kidnapped, and criminals demanded to be paid a cool $10 million worth of Monero. That's some heavy stuff, guys. But again, that's why I always say buy yourself a hardware wallet, because even if, such a thing happens, right? You've told all your friends, like, hey, look at my new Lamborghini. I'm rich as frig. I got money for days. One day, let's hope it doesn't ever happen. Let's pray to whatever you pray to, that will never happen. That such a situation will never occur. One day, it could be that somebody stands in front of your door and is like, hey, open the frig up. Or because you're so spoken on the internet, you put on Twitter like, man, I'm so freaking rich. Yeah. People start to target you, and they might hack your, for example, Binance account, which you had all your money on. And yeah, then you're not that cool anymore since you're not rich anymore. Yeah. So I always recommend to buy yourself a hardware wallet because it will not get hacked, period. If it gets stolen, you have backup cards, and they still need all your codes, which are pretty difficult in that case. You can not guess it. I don't even know how you could brute force that either, because it's just too much time. It's 8 numbers, so you do the math on that one. 8 times, 8. Yeah, it's not gonna be happening, guys. Just honestly speaking, 10 to the power 8. That's not gonna happen. But all right, having said that, you guys now know where you should get yourself a hardware wallet. Even if this happened, right? This exact situation that happened in Norway here, he probably didn't get his money stolen because the guy didn't know where to find it, most likely. Yeah, it's pretty interesting about that as well. Where's the September 1st TON update? This is actually talk about Telegram. The team at Telegram promised investors that they would post part of the code for the future TON blockchain. It looks a lot like Tron. It's pretty confusing. I thought it was a spelling mistake, but then I read into it and I was like, oh. Specifically the node code and network validation module by September 1st. Well, the 1st of September is long gone, and we have yet to see any updates. Where is it? On the date, only small updates to the code of the so-called TON Lite client were published, which was itself posted at the end of last spring. There was nothing of real interest in these updates. On the other hand, this means that work is ongoing and the team is periodically publishing certain actual updates to the components of the blockchain that they have already shown to the public. On the other hand, though, we once again see a breakdown in terms of date commitments that the Telegram team first sets for its investors and then violates them before setting the new ones. And this cycle can repeat itself 3 to 4 times, and it was actually already happening before. According to their agreement with investors, the deadline for the blockchain launch is 31st of October this year. Otherwise, they will have to return the money to them. And so that leaves them with less than 2 months to go. The situation is already becoming critical. Well, one thing I would say is that they could also just kind of raffle it off. Since they'll probably make a lot of money from still publishing this and lose a lot of money from paying the investors back. Setting a date like that to give people their money back is actually not always a good thing, since, again, this kind of puts them in a narrow position where they'll most likely, and have a higher chance of just making something shitty and put it out there, have a lot of issues left with it, just to make sure that they're finished the 31st of October, instead of really finishing it to the core. And what it leaves open for all the investors is just kind of a quick money grab from Telegram. Maybe, they could actually get a very large sum of money from this joke. And yeah, it's too bad, but that's the case. And what's important to understand is that by the 1st of September, the developers promised to publish the node code, and this is an important step in the launch of any blockchain. After this code is made public, made available to the public. Third-party developers have the opportunity to run it on their own servers and deploy a test blockchain network that they plan to launch. In our case, this is TON, and this test network is called a testnet. Yeah. Okay. Let's move over to here. Cardano Potential in the real world. And this is actually kind of where I wanted to end this video off with, because realistically talking with cryptocurrency, we're always speculating about how good they will be in the real world, who's going to be using them, is it going to be useful, when is it going to be happening, what's main adoption, will it be with the next run, will it be in 10 years, in 5 years, 1 year, how much will the adoption be, will your grandma understand it, will it become easier, will it just become more popular, what's going to be happening. And I think that Cardano is actually a pretty cool competitor for this whole space to make it all easier, because the more I look into exactly what they've been trying to do, the more I understand how this project is really something that's changing everybody. And how I'm trying to say that is, they're not so looking at these rich countries only and trying to push their coin to as many rich folk as possible, even though they probably could. Since Charles is a very intelligent guy, I definitely would know that he will find some type of way to do it if he wanted to. They're actually looking at a lot of these governments in different countries, and they're actually looking to fix issues rather than to kind of make money on a one-to-one, right? Okay, the end goal, most likely make money, run a successful business. Direct goal right now is to help or kind of achieve that end goal by helping lesser fortunate countries establish kind of a blockchain government. Maybe not necessarily government, but develop blockchain in their country and really working this up towards the top and really fixing things from the inside out. As we've seen with a lot of these countries, they do not like help from Westerners or help from anybody. And I think Charles, by staying in those countries for a while before helping them and trying to show them that it's for them, it's benefit, I think it's a very good move and it's a very smart one. And I just wanted to kind of quickly give him a little shout out again for all the work they've been putting through and how they're changing this all, and I'm pretty excited about it. But guys, that was actually it for this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure you press the like button on this video right now. I actually have 2 articles for Cardano. September is a big month for Cardano. Updates from Charles Hoskinson. Well, actually, I think we should do the updates in another Cardano video, since there's a lot to talk about in terms of updates. This is not everything I want to tell you guys. And here is Uphold made Cardano live as part of its countdown challenge. I have a lot of cool stuff to come up, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody. Have a nice day. Make sure you check out the Facebook chat right now in the description below. Make sure you go ahead and follow me on Twitter, TheDustyBC, and make sure you go ahead and buy yourself a hardware wallet. There's also a link to some free Bitcoin in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody, and have a nice day.